Guys, what a wild week it has been with this car. This video I'm going to go over a lot of negative stuff that's happened with this car. Nothing bad when it comes to the actual car's performance or maintenance, whatever, nothing like that. But just a lot of issues, just like a random issues, especially with BMW service and a couple other things. And one other thing happened today. Why not to top it off to end the week with another negative? So this video, it's not going to be one of the happy videos. I want to show you guys what's happened to this poor little car and a couple more things that have to happen in the future for it to be okay again. So the first thing I want to cover on this video, and that's kind of like the topic of the main topic of this video, is going to be BMW service and how poor, at least the BMW service here at Pembroke Pines, how poor it has been. I took the car there. That's where I bought the car from. I was very happy with the sales and stuff like that. So I took the car there for service thinking it's going to be phenomenal. They're the ones that fixed the door. Again, if you guys saw the previous video, I had to take it back again for more adjustment in the door. But they're the ones that fixed the door. They did a really good job with the door. Again, you can see, you can't tell that there's a ding or nothing like that. It's perfect. However, I took the car for a separate issue, for a couple different issues actually. The first issue is the steering wheel right here. Once it turns, it makes like a clicking noise that's coming from here. So remember this, the clicking noise is coming from here. I do believe it may be some of the plastics or something inside the steering wheel, but the clicking noise is coming mainly from here. And the second issue, and I took some pictures, so let me show you those pictures in the video, but the second issue was this LED strip right here. This right here, after a car wash, was having condensation inside, so the seal or something was broken. So I took it there in hope they'll fix it. And that's where all the troubles with this car, or not with this car, let's say, but with BMW service started. So let me show you what we went through, or what they put in on the actual invoice. I hope you guys can see this. They did a basic oil change. I wanted them to do that a little bit in advance. It was almost due in March, so I might as well just added it for them to do it, which they did. They did a good job there. On the second page, again, this continues with the oil service change, and here is where the issue is. Customer states the car is making clicking noise when turning the wheel at slow speed. I told the service advisor the steering wheel, not the wheel. In the messages I've told them the steering wheel. I told them the plastic was here, not the actual wheel. I never had issues with the wheel, but they performed the service bulletin B340517. They performed the service bulletin. Not sure exactly what they fixed, but I don't know. The service person said that there's an issue with this. And then you can kind of see here they removed and installed, they're replacing both front brake discs, which is, I guess that's okay. And on this page you can also see where the passenger side mirror trim has condensation. And this is where actually the issues kind of started. And what do I mean by issues? Well, the big issue is they never fixed this. They didn't touch this. I still love how well it sounds. But if I close this door, turn the AC off, so you guys can hear the noise. And here you go, guys, you can hear it. You can hear it, and I believe it's something to do with this plastic, because it sounds like when you press on it, it sounds like that. But it's more of like the inside of the plastic itself. It could be something to do with the clock spring as well if they didn't install it correctly. So there's a couple things that could be. So needless to say, I have to take the car back for this again. Whatever they did outside, saying the wheel is making noise, whatever, they did the job. They replaced the discs and so on. And mind you, this took 2 days to diagnose that, and they didn't even listen to the notes, or they didn't even read the notes that I left with the service advisor. They took 2 days, literally. I left the car there Monday morning, I believe around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then they didn't get the car for diagnosis until I believe the night of Tuesday. So they have the whole day of Monday and the whole day of Tuesday, and they didn't diagnose it until the following day. So we're at Wednesday right now. That's where they diagnosed it. They fixed this thing. So be it. They fixed it. However, the second issue was the mirror outside, the light condensation. And remember, I have the Alpina gauges. I did some coding with OBD-Link and BIMMER code to get the Alpina gauges and get a couple other things where the mirror doesn't fall all the way down when you're in reverse, and the trunk opening using this switch where you can close the trunk well from the inside. So I did all those switches, but here's where the trouble started with BMW specifically. or specifically that service department. So needless to say, the first video I get is from the foreman or the person that's working on my car, summarizing all the service they did, but also them stating that it wasn't clear what the issue is. They apparently tested something, they didn't see anything wrong with it. So I had to talk to a service advisor again, saying there's condensation there. So I communicated that to the service advisor once again via text, and after I did that, they logged stuff inside and they said, because this specific light is BMW mandated, so to make any changes, I'm guessing, to this side, I don't know if it's because of safety or whatever, you have to get an approval from BMW. I believe they log it into TSARA or whatever system, but you have to get approval from BMW to do any work or to make any changes. I'm not sure if it's something to do with the sensors. Again, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not the specialist here. After I shared with the service advisor of what the issue is, again, I sent them pictures again. I showed them pictures previously, mind you. So I sent them pictures again. They said the car was sitting for the whole day. So the next day, I contacted them again, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Why is the car not being worked on, etc.? Because the 360 view helps so much. The guy calls me. He's like, oh my gosh, we have a problem. I'm like, what is the problem? What do you mean we have a problem? He's like, because this is BMW mandated, they're asking us for more stuff. And I'm like, okay, what do you need? They're like, we have to scan the car, but we've seen that you have the Alpina gauges, which is extra coating. So you've done some coating. So this might potentially deny all your warranty on the car. So at that point, I was not happy. How does a hardware issue need a software scan? First of all, why do we need to get this? Why can't we just change the light and so on? I even asked for them, hey, let me change the light myself. Just give me the part. Like, oh no, we can't do that. It has to go through warranty. I'm like, okay, I understand that. But why do you need to scan this? He's like, yeah, they're asking for this. We need to submit this. And there's potentially for your warranty to fully be denied, not just this, but overall on the car because I've coated the gauges. I had a lot of questions at that point. How can you deny drivetrain warranty? How can you deny different type of warranties because of a scan that shows I've coated some gauges? That to me doesn't make sense. It's a bit unheard of. I understand if it was like tuned, understand if I had like other work done to it. I don't. So with that being said, we went back and forth, and I told him, do whatever you can. If you have to scan it. I don't believe it's necessary. Go back to your foreman, talk to the foreman, see what you guys can do. So he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. I gave him a whole afternoon, no contact. So what it is actually called BMW Service Relations or Customer Relations, sorry. So customer relations, they got on the phone. The gentleman I spoke there, his name was Andrew. He was very nice. We went back and we talked a little bit about the issue that I'm encountering with BMW service at Pembroke Pines. We kept talking, and he said, let me know, it shouldn't be the case, it shouldn't deny your warranty, but let me know if they say that, or let me know if something happens, then call us back and we can document everything. He said that he doesn't believe this is a denial of full warranty for the car because I haven't done any major changes other than a couple different coatings, unless the coating is the reason why this is failing, which it's not. It's a hardware issue where the seal is not working properly. After that nice call, kind of feeling confident about the assurance that BMW gave me, I sent a message to my service advisor. And I told him, hey, I spoke with BMW Customer Relations. They said they shouldn't void my warranty. If something happens, to let them know. Let them know the dealership, what dealership it is. Let them know what you guys are doing and why it was denied. And they'll take a case-by-case basis there, but they want to document everything. So at that point, I get a message very quickly from, I believe it was the foreman of the shop, saying, hey, your car is inside the shop and we're gonna fix it and you're gonna have your car back tomorrow. So this is 4 days of back and forth with BMW service for 2 minor issues. And mind you, they did not fix one of the issue. It's still persistent. And the other issue, to top it off, I pick up the car, I should have checked it. This is my fault. This is where I failed to check the work they did. But mind you, I pick up the car, I go home, I'm like, okay, let me take a better look. Well guys, look at this. I'm not sure how well on the camera you can see it. Here, I'll post some pictures as well in the video, but there's scrapes here, here, and here. I'm not sure if they use a screwdriver, I'm not sure if they poked it, because this is very weird. This scrape right here, it's very weird. This scrape here is very weird as well. I'm not sure what they use. They should use like an actual plastic tool that's gonna remove pretty much the whole bottom of the mirror, lift it up, and then remove the mirror. At least that's how I think. I'm not BMW expert, but I've done this before. But yeah, they scraped all this bottom of the trim. yes, I might be picky, but this is not how I got the car. Because let's be honest, this is not a cheap car. And them doing damage in the service department, I don't know who the foreman is as well, because he needs to check this work. But you can see this destroyed the trim here. It's all scraped up, scratched up. So now I'm gonna have to take the car back again this Monday so they can fix it. And I hope this time they do, because I have to fix the steering wheel. And I'm also, deep down inside, I believe that what's gonna happen is they'll attempt to fix the steering wheel, they'll fix it, but they'll destroy the trim. There'll probably be scratches everywhere inside this trim here while they're trying to find the issue or isolate the issue. So I'm probably not gonna be happy with that as well. But we'll see. I'm hoping for the best. But again, if you're a foreman of a shop, check after your guys' work. Yes, it could be a simple job, but they could damage the car. And my expectation is when you take a car to service, you should get it back the same way or better. Not damaged, and not like another random issue being fixed where I appreciate they replaced the discs. It's nice. It's really cool. I got new discs in the front, but that wasn't the original issue, and that's not what I brought the car. So I wasted a whole week of one issue was almost fixed, but extra damage done to the car, another issue not fixed, and they fixed something else. So it makes sense why BMW is probably, their service is probably that busy at Pembroke Pines. Don't you guys think, like when you're doing extra work for no reason? Another issue is they can lose your car there too. It happens. I talked to a gentleman. He said that his car was missing for a couple of days. They couldn't find it in the parking lot, and eventually someone walking in the back or whatever, they were able to find it, which is even weird. So that's why I'm glad I have the 360 view, because I can see where the car is at all time. So a small side note, guys, if you're taking your car to a BMW service dealership, be on top of them. I don't mean it in a negative way, but they don't listen. I explained all these issues in detail. I showed them pictures, I showed them videos. They don't listen. They just do what they want to do, thinking that was going to resolve the issue, and that's not the case. I don't even know what exactly they fixed. He said that in the video, he said that they removed some corrosion, but the car's in Florida car and it only has like 6,000 miles. What kind of corrosion would you have? And they shaved something off so it doesn't make the noise. Again, I don't know. It's a service bulletin, so I guess it happens. And with all that, to top off everything, something happened today as well, and I'm not happy about that too. Luckily, I think it can be fixed without causing extra damage, but we'll see. But let me show it to you guys. And if you guys can tell, you probably can't see it from the camera angle. Oh, maybe you do. But there's a big star crack here and a big star crack right there, right on the windshield. And it happened today. I was driving on the highway. There was a truck ahead of me, like one of those bigger trucks, not semi trucks, a lifted truck with big wheels. I don't know if they picked up something on the road. There were, I want to tell you, they were probably not half a mile, but close to the distance. They're like far away. There was no other cars around us really. I was driving behind them on the highway, and they might have picked up something. They might have kicked it up. I don't know, but that's the end result right here. If you guys can see it better now. Not sure. Let me show you from the inside. Yep, here you can see it a little bit better. My plan of action for this is just to take it to Safelite. I believe they're a decent shop, and see if they can fix it. I read that they can fix these like star cracks. They just fill it up with resin, and maybe they'll remove some of the cracks. They said if it's bigger than 6 inches, which in diameter I think this is about 3 inches, and this is maybe 2. If it's bigger than 6 inches, they can fix it. And also if it's in your like vision of like your driver's vision, or I don't know, they use a specific word for this. But because it's on the passenger side, they might be able to fix it. I hope they fix it. It's gonna be about $180, I believe, to fix it, versus replacing the whole windshield, which I think is gonna be a lot more expensive. And replacing the whole windshield is gonna be a little bit more difficult because of the trim and stuff like that. And they'll have to do all this trim removal and stuff like that. And I don't trust them not damaging this. I mean, what to tell you? Like, I don't trust people here anymore, because they can still damage this a lot. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be pretty pricey. I hope not. I hope Safelite they can fix that. If not, I'll have to get a new windshield. It's kind of like the topping of the cake, or the cherry on top. Is that the saying? I don't even know if that's the saying. Final thoughts on this video. I know it was a bit of a rant, maybe a little bit all over the place. I tried to keep it more structured, but internally I'm not happy with what's transpired with BMW service. And with this issue today, I'm not the happiest person right now. We'll take it one day at a time. I'm dropping off the car tomorrow again at the Pembroke dealership. Hopefully they can actually fix the problems. I'm supposed to speak directly with the foreman because the service advisor apparently is failing to communicate properly. Another thing I don't like is when they return your car, there's never anyone there to go over it. What they do is they just park the car somewhere. You take the paperwork that you get from the service advisor to like a valet and they go get the car for you. Then park it somewhere, which also takes sometimes 15-20 minutes waiting for like a valet to bring the car. So I think they can do a lot better there. Communication must be done there. It's a key thing in any business, and they did not do a great job communicating with me or internally with their service. So I'm hoping this time around when I actually speak with the foreman, the shop foreman, we can actually understand what's going on, because me communicating through a service advisor and then him calling the shop foreman, that takes sometimes a while because they're busy, but they don't listen. That's the thing. There's a difference between wheel and steering wheel. I mentioned to the service advisor many times, it's the steering wheel, it's the plastic, it's around the airbag. The wheel itself is different. Granted, not to make it better, there was a noise when making, usually in the morning or the first time when I start driving the car, when I make a sharp turn, there is a noise that comes out. It's like a popping noise. So maybe that's it. I haven't experienced that noise recently or since I've picked up the car. So maybe that's what they fixed. So let's say with that, let's say, okay, they did one good job. But they have to address the steering wheel and they have to address the damage they've done there, the scratches, because that one doesn't have any. And this is a brand new car. It has 6,000 miles. So if someone damages a brand new car, it's not the best. And another thing I forgot to mention in this video, talking about rock chips, I went to pick up the car, and granted this is not done from the BMW dealership, but you can see a big rock hit this IND part. A big rock hit it, and it hit here. I repaired it myself, and I did a good job, I would say. It left two chips right here. Maybe you guys can see them. I don't know. They're like one here and one here. So the rock just hit and bounced off here. This was earlier, but this is, again, I believe this is from today. This happened today, and you can see it probably hit here and there. So I don't know if it was like a couple rocks or what happened, how it actually went. But I'm gonna have to repair this. And then there was another one here, and you can maybe see it better because it's uneven. But there was something hit it here too, here and here. I hope this is not damaged from BMW themselves when they're working with their tools and hitting it. I don't think it was, but who knows? It does look like a rock chip, so I left it alone. But yeah, those are two things I just repaired when I picked up the car, and now we have this. Poor car has been through a lot over the last couple of days. Looking over the front again, nothing else. Just a lot of back and forth, a lot of wasted time if you ask me. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys for listening to this, my rant. But if you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, please feel free to press the like button. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, also subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Life of P&K out.